Alright, so here we are. I'm a bit late to this game. We are watching Logan and Misya 1v1 here on Dragonfruit, and right now they each have one goal. So let's see. Casual walling off on mid, good positioning, good movement, and a brilliant phase to score his second goal. That leaves us with Misya at 2 goals, Logan at 1. From what I've seen so far, these players are almost evenly matched. Misya has a bit of an advantage, especially when it comes to winning mid, but their offense-defense is quite even. Once again, going for a wall here, and now they're going to race. And after Logan misses that jump, but good defense. So these two players, I believe, both came from bridge, which means they are apt to find an opportunity to run past the opponent instead of looking for a kill. Good egg there by Logan, keeping his pressure. Oh, but good egg there by Misya, keeping his pressure. And back and forth with the eggs. Okay, he finally learned to bait the egg. That was a good bait. And both players still getting used to what jumps they can make without the other person reaching the defense. Good egg, good chasing egg there by Misya. And Logan now with the pressure, moving up the C, moving across. Good way of keeping pressure and getting an opportunity to get onto last. So now it's just going to be a question of whether or not he can hit the attack, and he does not. Does not successfully get around that egg. Although he did get to the edge, which is always a good sign of skill there. Now Misya had the opportunity, but he got egged before getting to the last platform. Once again at mid, Misya gets the pick, moving up. This is a difficult place to move up, since you have to go downward. Right here is also quite difficult. Logan gets the pick. So Misya would have had an advantage there, but Logan actually found a placement to kill him. Misya now getting the kill back and gets egged off. So now it's Logan's turn once again. Tries to make a move on the curve here. A good attempt. Didn't look like Misya was ready to get the placement back, but he did get the egg. So pressure's back to Misya. Pressure's now back to Logan. If he can get there quick enough, he does. He actually did a nice neo there to keep his pressure. So he just needs to find a way through here. He's looking to jump around there, but it's not going to work. So Misya, he does actually keep his advantage because Logan gives up on the race. It looks like he was looking for a way to phase through there, but he couldn't find one, so he's switching his place of attack, but then gets egged off. Pressure goes back to Logan. Good defense, but that little corner is going to offer a way in. Good egg bait. Finds the placement. Misya with the pressure again. See if he doesn't throw mid here. They're racing. Now, I would guess that Misya has the advantage, especially since he has phase. He does. And that'll be a game to Misya. Logan doesn't understand that he wasn't winning that race. I'm not sure if Misya used the phase to get an advantage there or not, but he definitely could have, so that was a good decision to race by him. So now the game starts in 5 seconds. Peach, a favorite map among most players. Map exists courtesy of Marina. Good defense there by Misya. Moving out of the way to get the placement. Definitely something that you have to learn to get the hang of there. Has an opportunity to get through here. Will he find it? He does. Staying alive. Very tight here, but he might be able to make it through. I would feel more confident if I just got a pick. Brilliant phase, and doesn't even have enough time to get stopped. Brilliant phase there. That's the sort of thing that I expect to see more, is people actually jumping off and getting phase placements to make further jumps that usually would be impossible. I also expect to see people clutch. Logan's going to use flash here to try and get an advantage. He does, but gets egged off. Logan moving through because Monsieur was turned the wrong way. Has pressure. He has an opportunity. He's just got to figure out a way of getting past this optimal defense here. In the middle of the cactus is a very risky decision there, but Monsieur used his egg, and so the goal was free. Now both players once again going to fight for pressure at mid. An egg lands on Monsieur, but he gets the pick on Logan. Now baiting, trying to find a way up, but then walks off. Common mistake in this game. Very difficult to have consistent motion after long periods of non-stop fighting for pressure. They're now racing, and Logan has the upper hand, and he's going to secure that goal. I'll go back into F1 mode. You can keep track of who has more points. Currently, Catboy Logan is up by 1. It's 2-1. Again, we'll see who can get the pressure at mid. Monsieur does seem to have a higher frequency of getting picks with cactus placement, but he doesn't this time, and so Logan has pressure up the side. If Monsieur can't figure out this defense, he might just lose the game, and he will. Good flash by Logan there. And now we're back on Watermelon, one of my personal favorite maps. Logan chooses to go the side route but doesn't commit to it, which means that Monsieur can just walk on past. Gets a good egg there on Monsieur. He's going to be slow getting back to mid, yeah, and he walks off too. So that's not good for him. Monsieur has an opportunity to take pressure here. Decides to take it lane. This is a hard way to push up, just because jumping from lane back to mid is a difficult thing to do, and it's not going to work. Logan has pressure now, past mid. Good egg kill there, although he might have been better to just leave him alive. Now looking for a way to get on last here, on the right side, the right offensive lane. Goes back. Obviously there's a lot of cactus in the way, so he's going to have to figure out, use his flash to make a brilliant skew neo there around several blocks of cactus. This is a good spot. He just needs to be patient and keep his cool. He can definitely stay alive here. Gets a good placement there. He has very good control over his motion, not to get egged into any of the cactus here, but that time it doesn't work. Now they're reset. Logan's a little bit faster to mid, so he might just take pressure back. It was a good effort there, but he didn't quite maneuver correctly onto that block. Monsieur now losing pressure. I think Logan might have just used freeze. Maybe not. Actually stay out of F1, that way we can see there. I meant to say flash as well. He might have used, because he has flash. I saw him change to the item there. Yeah, being in, it'll help to see chat, that way you can see their, when they use their abilities. A good fake by Logan. Gets around on the left side attack. Good opportunity here, and Monsieur is standing in the block he needs to defend, so that's not going to work. It's now 1 goal to Logan. Looks like he might be using flash right off the bat, which is what I do. Definitely commend that technique. No, he's not actually. He's going to save it. A freeze by Monsieur, but wasted because he gets killed with a good placement by Logan. Logan now another good placement, has pressure up the side. The left lane here on the last island. Good egg kill there. The cactus is not really in his favor, but he's now so far up that I think he's going to figure it out. And he does. That's now 2 points to Logan. 1 more will secure the game. Monsieur might be very frustrated if he gets 3-0'd, because I don't think that's happened today at all. Except by me, I 3-0'd him earlier, but he's typically been doing pretty well against Logan. It may be that he's not as good on this map. And he's now taking it lane to try and fight for pressure. A good freeze, but still gets egged. It would have been great if he could have baited the egg or just found a different way up there. Maybe blocked it with cactus. Monsieur now with the pressure again. He sees that opening. Gets onto the last lane on the left side. And walks into a cactus because he hadn't finished breaking it. That is also a very common thing to see in this game. just not used to the timing. He's going to get egged there on that defense on the right side lane. Now Missy could have had pressure there, but he walked into one, so now Logan is trying to figure out a way forward. He does, with some good timing there. Missy making the mistake of trying to push up for the defense instead of just waiting. Logan now with an opportunity, barely survives. He's going to have to figure out another way in. And Missy gets the replacement. And we're back to the center of the game. Missy with pressure, but he's going to be too slow, except it's fine because Logan just died. Right, good placement by Logan. Missy now again with pressure, past mid. Good efficient parkour there to get to the last island, but changes it up, trying to go perhaps for the left side, but then gets knocked into the hole there. Back again at mid. Logan probably could have taken a race there, but his reaction time was not quite good enough. But he is resilient enough to get that kill. Gets another good kill on Missy there. And once again, the hardest place to move up is right here. He could probably get a placement and find a kill there. He does, but then walks off. Logan now fighting back from middle. He's a little bit slow getting there, but he'll take it up the side. Gets on to mid, but then gets killed. Missy now doing the same thing on his side. And manages to make it in, but then a perfect placement there, right where he intended to run, and it's not going to work. Now, if Logan can get a pick here, he has a way through, or just don't even get the pick. No, he does get it, but he's going to move through, then gets traded off by Missy, although Missy is slow because he also died after that kill, so now Logan could have had pressure, but Missy finds the pick. He's now crouching. Logan's confused, dazed. Missy has a way through, but good placement by Logan. Good defense. Not even just getting the one cack, but getting it 3 tall, ultimately killing both players. Missy now has pressure from mid, loses pressure, it's back to Logan. He uses flash to make a brilliant jump, skipping the middle island there, but doesn't quite work. Logan definitely has the round-wide pressure this game. The pressure in terms of being up, obviously goes back and forth, but as far as this whole game goes, Logan does have the upper hand in pressure. The question is, can he turn that into another goal? Gets a good opportunity there, but is egged off. Missy now finally thinking about getting a goal, but he can't because he forgot about that one cactus. Both players trade off. They're even. They're going to be back at mid. Misses the egg there. Missy has an opportunity once again to move through. I don't like he's putting himself in a dangerous position, but he does find a way through. Both players freezing each other there. Or I guess not. Catboy Logan still has flash, but that is a goal for Missy. Really just couldn't figure out how to defend there, it looked like. Logan made an effort, but really didn't get any of the cactus he needed to make it difficult for Missy to score. So we now have 1 point on the board for Missy. And he may be thinking about turning this game around. This is the longest game, I think, so far. He finds a way up onto Logan's side, but then just gets egged into that cack. Again, has pressure here. Doesn't really have a way to get onto the last island there. He probably going to have to get this pick. He does. He's going to go for the other side, but then he gets egged. Logan's defense is looking really on point today. Before the last island, he's not so much on the last island, but he's done a very good job at keeping Missy from even getting there, but that's the last goal of the game because Missy failed to defend. Very entertaining, very high-level match. And I think at that point I am going to stop recording.